welcome to 8 on Play On. This is your one-stop destination for catching up with some of the major sporting developments from this part of the region. From the revival of the Meghalaya Games after almost 1.5 decades of major strides, the football in Golden Baby League in Guwahati, there is plenty of story lined up for the next half an hour for your viewing pleasure. But before moving ahead, let me take you through the top stories. It's great news for football fans in the northeastern region. Guwahati gets selected along with 4 other venues for the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup 2020. Meghalaya Games kicks off in fantastic style with a rousing opening ceremony at the capital, Shillong. The slim chance of Northeast United FC making it to the playoffs gets totally dashed as it goes down to ODISHA in the Indian Super League encounter in Guwahati. Welcome back. Our top story. It's official now. Guwahati is one of the venues for the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup India 2020. Guwahati has been selected along with 4 other venues by the officials in New Delhi on Tuesday. 16 teams featuring the rising stars of women's football will compete across 32 matches to lift the coveted trophy in Navi Mumbai on November 21st, 2020. The inaugural match will be played at Guwahati on November 2nd. Later this year, the action begins 257 days from Wednesday. Our producer Gautam Sharma brings forth this compilation.
A glittering function in New Delhi brought out the official announcement. The official slogan, "Kick Off the Dream," was also unveiled at a press conference in New Delhi. Guwahati has been selected along with 4 other venues by the officials in New Delhi on Tuesday. The other 4 venues are Ahmedabad, Bhubaneswar, Kolkata and Navi Mumbai. 16 teams featuring the rising stars of women's football will compete across 32 matches to lift the coveted trophy in Navi Mumbai on November 21. The action begins 257 days from Wednesday. After confirmation of the venues, Union Sports Minister Kiren Rijiju said, "It gives me immense pleasure to congratulate the 5 cities hosting the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup India 2020. As India prepares to host yet another FIFA event, I look forward to the support from the whole country in making this tournament a rousing success," he added. Our Indian Under-17 women's teams will be playing in a FIFA tournament for the first time, Rijiju informed. "It is a proud moment for the nation and we will provide all possible support to ensure its success," he further said.
People of India to join us, we all must come together to encourage the women football. We are talking about women empowerment, we are talking about women-led development in the country. My Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is emphasizing so much for the women development and empowerment. This is a big tool. Through football, we can really empower the women of India and women globally. So I think this is a great opportunity for all of us. We must celebrate this great occasion. And the months, the days which we are counting towards the final day to kick off the FIFA Under-17 World Cup 2020, we are ready, and I'm sure that people of the country, everybody in India is excited, and we will definitely make it most memorable and most successful event ever.
Crowds, this now could be a chance. It is a turn, and it's there!
The inaugural match will be played on November 2nd later this year. The quarterfinals will be played on November 12th and 13th. The semi-finals are slated for November 17th. The playoff for the 3rd place and the final will be played on November 21 later this year.
What a goal! She's a long way out. Oh, it's gone in! Brilliant goal! What a strike! Oh, it's a marvellous goal! Brilliant strike! What a good strike!
more football news. Northeast United FC have meanwhile continued one of their most dismal seasons in ISL and sat 9th in the table and was looking to salvage some pride from this match. Their goal-scoring form and creativity in the final third has been an issue throughout the campaign, which they have failed to solve. The only bright side for the Northeast team has been their performance as a defensive unit, in which they ranked third in the league. Northeast United FC entered this match having drawn their last two and have collected a miserable 2 points from the last 5 games played.
Well, if Odisha needed a favour from the current Hero ISL table toppers, they got one recently, which means that tonight's game against the Northeast United could be pivotal in the race for top 4. It is a must-win match to keep any hopes of qualifying for the playoffs alive. The playoffs, but their window of opportunity is still open for Odisha. They have to win to stand a chance to qualify for the playoffs. Northeast coming into this without a win in 11 games, their longest winless streak in the Hero ISL. As for Odisha,
Odisha started brightly but looked defensively weak. Northeast took advantage of it by scoring against the run of play to stun the host. Joseph Gombao made an attacking double substitution at half-time, bringing on Jerry Maumingthanga and Daniel Lalumpuya. That paid off. 2 minutes into the second half, Odisha equalized and both players were involved in almost every attacking move from the home side. Replacing the defenders with attackers and changing formation midway through a game is a risky move, but on Friday, it paid off for Gombao.
But Gallego wishes he'd have hit it on target and gone for goal.
A quick restart as well. Chavez now, he's through. Chavez is... Oh, he slipped it under the keeper. And Northeast United have taken the lead. And it must be said, it's possibly even against the run of play.
I would say it was against the run of play, but it's just bright thinking. You know, you take the free kick as early as possible. Somebody's bright enough to make the run, which was Chavez. Somebody's bright enough to play the pass. And there you go.
Chavez has scored, and Odisha are on. Nandakumar is in space. Daniel as well, bypass the latter. Nandakumar straight in, lot of pace on it, and Odisha are right back in it. Onwu becomes the first player to score in 3 consecutive games for Odisha. What an important goal. They needed a response. They've had it within 70 seconds of the second half. What a treat, Chisco. This time more of a floated delivery. Oh, has it gone in?
Yes.
It has! And Perez has scored! Finally, one of those corners have come off and Odisha are celebrating once again. It's a battle at Kalinga and they're edging it from behind. What a turnaround. Is there a decision yet to be made? Referee...
Robert Jarni was sacked following NEU FC's draw with Jamshedpur FC. Khalid Jamil took charge of the team for the first time against Odisha, but that did little to change its fortunes. Quite a few passes went astray and the team continues to be opened up with ease at the back. Winger Federico Gallego finally looks to be over his injury, and goals aside, Andy Koeg has done well to make up for Asamoah Gyan's loss. That aside, there aren't many positives for the team to make from this game, and its winless run now extends to 12 matches. Losing top scorer Aridane Santana to a long-term injury was a huge blow to Odisha. While that left a huge gap up top, Manuel Onwu has filled his boots admirably in recent games. Signed on loan from Bengaluru FC, he has now scored 4 goals in 3 matches, becoming the first player to score in 3 consecutive games in OFC colours.
One that influenced the rest of his team from start to finish.
Meghalaya Games 2020 got off to a colourful opening ceremony on Monday last after a gap of 16 years. There was tremendous excitement and enthusiasm among the hundreds of participants who took part in the 5-day event. We have a report from DD News, Shillong. Take a look.
I'd like to inform everyone.
The Meghalaya Games 2019-20 kicked off in fantastic style with a rousing opening ceremony at the JN Stadium earlier this week. The Games were officially opened by Chief Minister and Chief Patron of the event, Conrad Sangma, in the presence of Sports and Youth Affairs Minister and the President of Meghalaya State Olympic Association, Bante Dorlingdo. The oath was taken on behalf of all athletes by rising Meghalaya karate star Wandahun Shisha Maublei. In his speech, Sangma congratulated the organizers for holding the Meghalaya Games after a gap of 16 years and said that sports encompasses culture, values, discipline and helps in the overall development of personality. The Chief Minister added that sports needs to be nurtured and the government is focusing on adopting scientific approach to identify and develop the talents of young people from a very early age. He also reiterated the commitment of the government to National Games 2022 and informed that preparations for it are at an advanced stage in all areas. He added that the Meghalaya Games will help talents to be discovered and there is a need to hold the Games on a regular basis.
For so long, so to prepare for the upcoming games, you are free to disperse to your...
Meghalaya Games is being organized after a gap of almost 16 years, and this is something should have been done a long time back. At the same time, this has only happened, I think, 3 to 4 times since the inception of the state. So I think this is a very important event. This is a platform through which our youngsters, our youth can actually show their skills, their talent. It also is a platform through which we can promote and create the excitement for the youth to really participate in the sports. And I think it helps the organizing committees, the different state organizations to also get their act together. So I think this is a really culmination of all the different kind of sports activities taking place in different districts and different organizations, ultimately happening under one banner.
The Chief Minister and other dignitaries also unveiled a commemorative postage stamp for the Meghalaya Games and also launched the Meghalaya State Olympic Association website. The Chief Minister, accompanied by Sports and Youth Affairs Minister and MSOA Working President John F. Karshiing, reviewed the athletes as they marched past the gallery. Earlier, the Sports and Youth Affairs Minister said that the Meghalaya Games is a platform for the young, impressionable minds to learn the values of discipline, responsibility, team spirit and hard work, not only in sports but in all walks of life. He also added that the Meghalaya Games is an opportunity to identify and prepare athletes for the National Games 2022. The Minister also gave an overview of the preparedness of the state for the National Games 2022.
She's also won a gold medal in the National Kickboxing Championship held at Delhi, Uttarakhand. This is the WACO India Federation Cup 2019. The next contingent is from the discipline of archery. The flag bearer is Mr. Konrad Sangma, and the placard bearer for archery is Mr. Bangkok. The National Archery Championships 2019 that was held in Bhopal, among others. There are a total of 76 participants in archery with 50 male and 26 female. Please give them a round of applause.
In women's basketball, West Jaintia Hills cruised past North Garo Hills 21-7, while East Garo Hills men also had it relatively easy against Southwest Khasi Hills, winning 51-20. The last match of the day was closer, with Southwest Khasi Hills women edging West Garo Hills 36 points to 25. Basketball, boxing, tennis and table tennis were 4 disciplines that began their competitive matches on Monday itself. Tennis started with qualifying matches, and in the first round, Sanjeev Chhetri defeated Toshan Singh Nongbet 6-0, 6-4, while Gideon De Shira beat Lumdingstone Kharsono 6-1, 6-2. Stardiness Kharsantiu then beat Kitkupar Kharsono 6-1, 6-1 to make it a string of straight set victories.
Montfort Tigers have clinched the Under-6 category title of the ongoing Greater Guwahati Baby League Season 2. Tigers finished the table with 36 points on the final match of the Under-6 category of the Assam's first ever Golden Baby League, held at Nehru Stadium on Sunday last. The Golden Baby League project is a long-term player development initiative of FIFA that aims to grow a new generation of players, both boys and girls, that start playing football from a very tender age. The project envisages that children get exposure to an age-appropriate number of games and playing formats as they grow older. Well, our producer Partha Chakraborty and camera person Rubul Hoikya from DD News Guwahati has more details.
Montfort Tigers have clinched the Under-6 category title of ongoing Greater Guwahati Baby League GGBL Season 2. Tigers finished the table with 36 points on the final match day of Under-6 category of the Assam's first ever Golden Baby League GGBL, held at Nehru Stadium on Sunday last. GTC Rhinos and Narangi Dolphins secured second and third positions respectively. Adoni Sumar of Montfort Tigers and Sagnik Lahiri of Narangi Dolphins emerged as the joint top scorer with 39 goals. Siddhant Sharma of GTC Rhinos secured second position with 35 goals, while Aradhya Borpatra Gohai of Manomaya Tigers secured third position with 14 goals. Guwahati City FC GCFC Unicorns have confirmed their title of the Under-8 category of the league, which is recognized by All India Football Federation AIFF and organized by Guwahati City FC and Sportscraft Management in association with Wamul Purabi Diary and supported by Assam Football Association, Indian Oil Corporation Servo, Decathlon Guwahati, Ram Nam Infotech and Gupshup 94.3 FM. GCFC Unicorns confirmed their title with 2 matches in hand as they have topped the table with inaccessible 64 points. GCFC Unicorns continued their unbeaten run in the final round matches also and defeated Narangi Dolphins 3-0 and GTC Rhinos 12-0. In goal scorers list, L. Shidal Singh of Dolphins and Vivek De of Unicorns have secured the top 2 positions. In Under-10 category also, GCFC Unicorns have maintained their top position with big wins in the final round. Unicorns defeated Khanapara Pegasus 6-0, GTC Rhinos 2-0 and Monomai Deers 4-0 to become the favourites to lift the title. The Golden Baby Leagues project was launched in the year 2018 in association with FIFA's development program, FIFA Forward. We believe that the ages of 6 to 12 years form the golden age of learning for young boys and girls. Learning through games while having fun, making friendships and developing team spirit are key ingredients in developing a football player for life. The Golden Baby Leagues project is a long-term player development initiative that aims to grow a new generation of players, boys and girls, that start playing football from a very young age. The project envisages that children get exposure to an age-appropriate number of games and playing formats as they grow older. The Golden Baby Leagues is aimed for all stakeholders of Indian football who are engaged with children within this age group, be it clubs, academies, schools, non-government organizations, parents, coaches, football fans, everyone. Anyone can organize the AIFF Golden Baby Leagues anywhere in the country. The leagues aim to provide access to football in the children's locality, irrespective of gender, religion, economic background, or ethnic origin.
Sikkimese strength lifters have clinched 22 medals for the country in the 8th International Strength Lifting and Inclined Bench Press Championship 2020 held in Bangkok, Thailand. 12 strength lifters of Sikkim in India team have bagged 17 gold medals, 4 silver medals and 1 bronze medal for the country.
Sikkimese strength lifters have clinched 22 medals for the country in the 8th International Strength Lifting and Inclined Bench Press Championship 2020 held in Bangkok, Thailand. 12 strength lifters of Sikkim in Team India have bagged 17 gold medals, 4 silver medals and 1 bronze for the country. Likewise, Sikkimese lifter Pema Dorji Bhutia has been adjudged as the champion of champions in master category, while another strength lifter from Sikkim, Pema Tamang, has set the record in inclined bench press by lifting a total weight of 252.05 kilograms in masters category. In the championship, Chandrakumar Chhetri, Pema Dorji Bhutia, Ram Dhoj Rai, Pema Tamang, Santosh Gupta, Madhu M. Majhi and Manisha Tiwari bagged 2 gold medals each for the country. Homnath Siwakoti, Kalpana Chhetri and Bhimraj Gurung won 1 gold medal and 1 silver medal in the championship.
Come on!
Flip.
Yes, come on!
Flip. Very good flip.
Moving on, Nalbari district occupied the top position in the MUKHYA MAHILA KRIRA PRATIYOGITA, that is also known as the Chief Minister's Women's Sports Championship, which concluded at the Sai Sports Complex, Bulletin Bazaar, Guwahati. Nivedita Burman was adjudged as the best athlete in the championship, which was organized by the Directorate of Sports and Youth Welfare. Our producer Shyamul Bishwas, along with cameraman Tapan, has more details.
मुख्यमंत्री महिला क्रीड़ा प्रतियोगिता 2019-20।
Nalbari district occupied the top position in the Mukhya Mantri Mahila KRIRA Pratiyogita, Chief Minister's Women's Sports Championship, which concluded at the SAI complex, Guwahati. Nivedita Burman was adjudged Best Athlete in the championship, which was organized by the Directorate of Sports and Youth Welfare. For Nalbari, Nivedita won gold medal in 100 meters and 200 meters, while Prerna Devi bagged gold in 800 meter and 1500 meter. Pramita Das won silver in 100 meter and bronze in 200 meter. The Nalbari team also won the 4 x 200 meter relay. Tinsukia came second in the meet. In the closing ceremony, Lakhya Kumar, Memory Secretary SLAC for Student and Youth Welfare, Dharmakanta Mili, Director Sports and Youth Welfare, Subhash Basumatari, Director SAI, Omkar Kedia, DG SAA, Partha Pegu, Joint Director S&YW, and Kamaljit Talukdar, Joint Director S&YW, Assam, among others, were present and gave away the prizes. The Nalbari women's team, which occupied the top spot in the maiden edition of Mukhya Mantri Mahila KRIRA Pratiyogita, was hailed by the sporting fraternity of the district. Nalbari MLA Ashok Sharma, DC Bharat Bhushan Dev Chaudhary congratulated all members of the team for their laudable achievement.
Come on!
The 13th edition of Mega Marathon Manipur, held recently in the capital Imphal, was an epitome of perseverance and endurance. K.H. Roshan and S. Pramila emerged winners in the men's and women's open category. Both the athletes received cash prize of 40,000 rupees each. We have more details from this dispatch from DD News, Imphal.
The 13th edition of Mega Marathon Manipur, organized by the United People's Front Manipur under the aegis of the Athletic Association of Manipur AAM, was organized in Imphal on Sunday. The marathon was flagged off from the Kuman Lampak Sports Complex in Imphal in the morning. KH Roshan and S Premila emerged winners in the men's and women's open category. In women's category, H. Bhumeshwari Devi of Sports Authority of India won the second position, while T.H. Babita of Yaripok of Thoubal district won the third position. They received 30,000 rupees and 20,000 rupees respectively.
Newcomer Kalimpong Share Football Club trashed last year's champion Jampujala Play Centre in the opening match of the 23rd ONGC LUCKY-SRIVASTAVA Memorial Prize Money Invitation Football Tournament, which started earlier this week at Umakanta Mini Stadium in Agartala. Our producer Pravidangshu Das gives us more details in this dispatch.
23rd ONGC LUCKY-SRIVASTAVA Memorial Prize Money Invitation Football Tournament started at the Umakanta Mini Stadium. In the opening match of the tournament, newcomer Kalimpong Share Football Club thrashed last year's champion Jampujala Play Centre. In the opening match, Share Football Club won the match in the tiebreaker by 5-3 and thus moved to the last 8 of the tournament. After that, a friendly football match was played between Tripura Sports School and Jampujala women footballers. The match ended up in a draw as both the teams have been awarded with Rs 10,000 each.
Shot Nono Eguinim. Goal. সুতরাং 2-0 গোলে এগিয়ে গেল কালিম্পংয়ের দলটি।
Well, with this, we wind up this edition of our weekly sports bulletin from northeast part of the country, 8 on Play On. Hope you have liked the program in the same way as we liked bringing it to you. Thanks for watching.